We're also staying on top of schools, and we've heard from multiple districts that say they're disinfecting the buildings to help students stay healthy. Denver Public Schools showed us what that looks like for them today. Staff at McKinley Thatcher Elementary showed us that they're using what are called electrostatic ionizer guns. These guns are filled with a disinfectant called Oxyvir, and that's known to kill common pathogens on surfaces. So they spray this Oxyvir, the disinfectant, on places students can touch.
We've been doing that by hand as well. Every chance we get, we've been just strictly cleaning with Oxyvir because, every defense that we have all of our staff in on doing whatever they can to keep their areas clean. The entire district is doing that.
It's some powerful stuff, but DPS only has 6 of these guns in total. They don't use them all at once. They have them ready if there is a community spread or an outbreak at a school.
Co-pays, deductibles, co-insurance, and cost sharing for people tested for COVID-19 will be waived for people enrolled in health insurance plans covered by our state. Governor Polis asked the Colorado Division of Insurance to issue formal guidelines to health insurance carriers today. The goal is to make sure that cost barriers don't stand in the way of people actually getting tested. The State Division of Insurance will also direct insurance companies to promote telehealth options and cover an additional one-time early refill of any necessary prescription. That way people have their medications in advance in case they want to limit close contact with others as COVID-19 spreads. This does not apply to self-funded employer-based health insurance plans. You need to check with your employer regarding your coverage.